If you're feeling like you're lost, or you're feeling directionless, or you feel like you want to spend so much time alone and hanging out with friends doesn't seem that exciting anymore, then you need to watch this video till the end. Because in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 uncomfortable feelings that actually indicate you're on the right path. I'm Vanshika and I dropped out of an IIM to pursue my business venture. And I've been through so many uncomfortable feelings that made me feel like I had taken the wrong decision. But these feelings actually indicated that I was on the right path. That's why I decided to make this video so I can help out as many people as I can and to reassure you that there's nothing wrong with you. You're actually moving at the right path in your life. Whenever there's a change in us, we feel this feeling of discomfort, like something is just not right or things are just not working according to us. And these feelings are quite normal because unfortunately our minds and our bodies, they require a lot of time to adapt to changes, especially changes that are hard but good for you. Let me give you an example in simpler terms. So let's say you've gone to the gym for the first time. And the first day you did some leg exercises and you went back home. Now the next day you're going to feel so much discomfort and you're going to feel, did I take the right decision? Is something wrong with my body? And these are all natural feelings. But that pain is actually indicating that new muscles are being formed in your body. So you go to the gym for the second week, the third week, and the pain, it still persists. But now you've gotten used to this feeling of discomfort and you know that there's nothing wrong with it. You're actually building more muscles in your body and there will come a time when you stop feeling this discomfort. But even during those painful times, you were actually unconsciously taking the right path into becoming a fitter version of yourself. But it's much harder to make sense of our emotions and that feeling of discomfort. And that's exactly why I'm sharing 5 uncomfortable feelings with you that actually indicate you're on the right path. Let's begin with the first uncomfortable feeling. So you start to feel really lost, you start to feel directionless, you start to feel like everybody around you has a path carved out in front of them, but it's you who's left behind or that you just don't know what's happening in your life. First of all, if this feeling is coming inside of you, then that means you've been reflecting a lot about your life. And that's a very good sign. How many people do you know around you who actually reflect what's happening in their life or reflect the decisions that they've taken in life? There will be very few. Most people spend their entire lives without reflecting on their past, without reflecting on their decisions. If you're constantly feeling lost or directionless, then that means you are in a period of your life when you're reflecting a lot on your decisions. And this is also a period of your life when you're constantly thinking about your future and how you can make it better. And that, trust me, is the right path to being successful or just having a great life. Oftentimes what happens is we all have this perfect plan laid out in our lives and we want to go exactly based on what the plan says about us. And when we get too comfortable with our plans, we stop hustling, we stop thriving, we stop trying to make things different or better for ourselves. Because in our head, everything is going according to the plan, so what's there to worry? The second uncomfortable feeling could be not being able to sleep. If you have insomnia, then that's another story. But if whenever you're going to sleep, you feel like this is a huge waste of time or some idea pops up in your head and you want to act on it immediately, then trust me, you're on the right path in your life. This usually happens when we have a big, ambitious goal set out in front of us and we're very passionate and ambitious about reaching that goal. And that passion, that ambition often overtakes our life and we're constantly thinking creatively or imaginatively how we can come to an effective solution for our problems. And that's why whenever you go to sleep, you get this wonderful, brilliant idea that you want to act on right now. This is simply because our mind is just fired up. It's geared up to take up new challenges. I often feel like I'm just wasting my time sleeping because that sleep time could have been utilized better into coming up with more solutions, into doing something better, into doing something harder. And all of these feelings actually indicate that you're taking a serious step towards your career, towards your life. So if you're constantly struggling with sleep and you're constantly struggling like you need more time, then trust me, you're on the right path in your life. Third uncomfortable feeling is an intense need to be alone. In movies, when they want to show a sad kid, they generally have that kid sitting at a lunch table all alone, and all of the friend groups, they're sitting all around him, and he's just having his lunch all alone. And this feeling of loneliness is often shown or projected as something bad, as something sad. But the reality is, we become our best versions when we're alone. Let me tell you how. When we're all alone, we're reflecting about our lives. We're actually thinking about our lives. And those kind of thoughts will never come when you have so many people around you. And being alone gives you so much clarity about your life. It actually makes you this philosophical thinker who's thinking so much about the things that you really want to pursue, the things that you really want to achieve in your life. On top of that, when you're alone, you can actually work on things that matter a lot to you. When you constantly have people around you, in some way or the other, you're withholding yourself. You're not letting your true emotions come out. You're not your best version. But when you're alone, you're your best version because you just don't care. And when you have that intense need to be alone all the time, then that means you're on the right path because you actually want some me time. You want to express your emotions freely. You want to reflect upon your life. You want to philosophize about your life. And how in the world could that ever lead you to the wrong path in life? Number 4 is feeling like you're just not good enough, or the infamous imposter syndrome. There's a famous Dunning-Kruger effect which talks exactly about this feeling. So a lot of people, what they do is, if they've learned something new and this is brand new knowledge to them and they also have limited knowledge about it, they're going to feel like they know everything about that topic. So at this level, you feel like you're very competent, but your knowledge really is not enough. But as you read up more, you reach a stage when you realize that there's a lot more that you still need to learn. And as you stumble upon this realization, you realize you're just not competent. But if you see the chart, you read somewhere in the middle in terms of the knowledge that you have now. It's a lot more than before, but somehow you still feel like you're not competent enough. So if you're at this stage of your life, trust me, you're on the right path. Because the next stage that comes is when you gather more knowledge and you also become competent at that particular skill or topic. Now, most people, they get stuck at that first stage where they feel very competent, but in reality, they don't have much knowledge. Look around you. You must have met so many people like that. But you took it a step further where you gain more knowledge and you actually realize that there's still so much more that you need to learn. That in itself shows that you're in the right path in your life because you actually took that first step to gain more knowledge. And once you realize that I'm just not competent enough, you take the next step to gain more knowledge and actually become competent at it. The fifth and the last uncomfortable feeling that a lot of people feel is that they just don't feel like hanging out with their friends or that they've outgrown their friends. Now, trust me, this is a very common feeling. It's just that you don't have the time to hang out with your friends anymore or to be involved in their lives anymore because being social is a big task. It drains a lot of energy out of you as well. You just want to focus on your career now. You just want to focus on your life now. You just want to probably focus on your family now. And that's why you've outgrown the friendships that you had developed at a stage of your life when you wanted to explore more. In fact, most high achievers, they often say that they had to sacrifice their social life in order to build something big. So trust me, when you start feeling this intense urge to stay away from your friend circle, you're actually on the right path because you're thinking about your life and you're more motivated to do things that actually matter. Engaging in gossips or partying or going to clubs is just not in your agenda anymore. You want to focus on the better things and you also want to grow in life. And that is a big sign of maturity. Well, those were the 5 uncomfortable feelings that actually indicate you're on the right path. And all of the high achievers, all of the people who have achieved something big or monumental in their lives have actually faced these feelings. And if you related to it, then do share your experience in the comments below. And if you like this video, then do like, subscribe and share my content. It takes me a lot of effort to make these videos and your subscribe and your like means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.